commentary advice, apart from being the legend and the introduction that he got. And this lady here, I know we'll always say the first captain to win India the World Cup, Baji, but with your permission, is it okay to say that if it wasn't for the efforts of Mithali Raj, Jhulan Goswami, for the ones who played before them, India may not have had our Women's World Cup. So as much a World Cup winner as the ladies who created that magical night in Mumbai. Thank you, Mithali. Okay, now that Baji wants us to be a walk and talk, we're a bit restricted for space, but striker and non-striker for this evening.
Too low. That's the only thing. Whoever done that, I'm sorry. It's too low. Come in front. Let's enjoy ourselves.
Baji, if you're taking strike, Mithali's are the non-strikers, and I can only be the square leg umpire.
You're the umpire. Come in front.
Whatever you wish for.
Yeah, that's... No, I thought it's too low for my age. And they're young people. Would
you want to hijack? I know you're very comfortable. You spend about 6 hours on the golf course. You'll probably be missing your walk today.
I have to do my steps, so I keep on walking.
There we go. But thank you so much and many congratulations, ICC. The two here know a thing or two about scoring 100, but yours is very special. So congratulations to you, the generations that have guided and the ones that are taking forward. Baji, Mithali, if you'd like to take a moment and congratulate them on this historic achievement.
I think it's fantastic. Anything 100 years is not a small thing. It's only written in the book, but we are celebrating 100 years. Hats off to everybody. It's not today who people started 100 years back. Those are the people more important than what we are sitting today. Well done, congratulations. I hope you people keep on doing good work for the country and we can feel proud about you people.
Congratulations on this milestone and the importance of the number 100 in cricket. So is 100 for you all, and I hope the journey continues upwards and onwards.
Just like as you have on the field inspired a generation, there's pedigree in this room, you continue to inspire generations. So I'll keep the conversation cricketing, but also try and talk about leadership, about things that happen in the boardrooms, maybe even succession plans if it's not too sensitive. But I will first start by saying, Baji, you enjoyed being at the Eden Gardens. You're in Kolkata, the city of joy. Now it's Kolkata. When you travel, it was Calcutta. A city ahead of its time. Please tell us about your early visits to Calcutta.
I think it's wrong. I'm standing in Calcutta and only talk about Calcutta. I don't believe. I'm Indian. I enjoy playing in India.
Of course. But the iconic Eden, I'm actually wondering if you'd like to know how was it being at the Eden Gardens and also out and about in this city?
Yeah, now you come to the point. Eden Garden, definitely. Calcutta, they used to say the most knowledgeable crowd. I believe so too. Because they were the one, where you realize that when anybody get up from the sea during the over, and all the people start shouting, not the umpire, sit down, sit down. Then you come to know they understand the game. And we always used to, as a cricketer, used to feel, I think Calcutta people understand the game much better than other people.
In a 19 and a half year long, almost 2 decade career, is it true you only played 2 games at Eden Gardens? Only 2?
Yeah, just 2 games. It's just very unfortunate, isn't it?
But it's going to change now. I'm sure Kolkata wants to see a young Richard Post back at Eden Gardens.
Well, yeah, and why not Shafali Verma? Why not Harmanpreet or Smriti Mandana? But the crowd of Calcutta, what Kapil sir has told, should be even turning up for all the women's game.
Yes, and we want more of them here, don't we? Yes, our packed Eden Gardens for the women include the queens of the world right now, and we've got a throne for the king and the queen coming up. I can actually manage that chair, so if you don't have the third, I'm actually fine. But is that comfy? No formality.
The people he's pushing me back. Come on, let's enjoy. Yeah, but keep our seats for high dinner. Not to these youngsters, to me.
But then this tells you that Baji Was it validation? Was it ecstasy? How was that evening and the feeling when you held the trophy?
I think it was quite an emotion of, finally I get to see that India engraved on that cup. Because every time you get the photo shoot and when you qualify to play the finals, you're next to the trophy and you only see Australia, New Zealand, England. And every time I'm there, twice I got to do that photo shoot, and every time like we should be getting India, and finally we will. We've got it. And all of you probably would be watching the last few hours. I did not. I finished my stint, and Charlie was taking few boundaries. I just got up. I was like, I can't see the last. It was the last couple of wickets. And I was facing in the corridor, and only when the crowd roared, then I realized, yeah, we've crossed the line finally. And then when the girls were on the victory lap, it was a moment, but it was that pride to see finally India, winning the World Cup, and that too at home. It's a huge thing.
It was a huge thing. It was a magic moment. I think another beautiful coincidence. We all remember the Viv Richards catch. I mean, just imagine in that final, the player who was taking the game away, Laura Wolfhard, happens to get caught at mid-wicket by Amanjot Kaur, who comes from Mohali. Chandigarh Mohali mid-wicket final changing catch.
Yeah, that I remember. I don't remember the first question you asked me because that is 45 years back. So, I remember the way she took the catch, and it really looked more athletic than anything else. A lot of people take the catch when girls come out and take the catch she taken. I said, well, she deserved to win.
But they celebrated till about 4 o'clock at the ground. It was a bit different, right, at Lords. I mean, you were a bit worried about who is going to pay the bill at the end of the night.
In our time, the money wasn't there.
But is it true? While all the celebrations were going, you were counting the bottom of the champagne?
Last day, these people know better than us. When the economy wasn't open up, you didn't have a plastic card. You take the dollars quietly, chori se, dollar leke home leke jaate ho. And last day of the tournament, next day you're flying back home. So your money is finished. And we won, and we were drinking in the hotel. Lobby was as big as this. Everybody was drinking. Who will pay the bill? And tomorrow we came the kitchen and crockery and everything. So as a captain, all of us went to our room. We have the miniature bottle. Every hotel used to have that. Still they have. We brought that, but the drink was coming like unbelievable, and we didn't have any money. Honestly, we didn't have money, and heart on heart, you can't even get drunk when you're worried about paying the bill. And they were just drinking, and I said, manager, who's going to pay the bill? They were having fun, and we were scared. But some wise man come out who loved us, he paid the bill, we were sick, and we are still sitting here enjoying that.
The reason I asked this was, I know we can always ban
You didn't have that problem, not paying the bill and these girls were.
I wasn't in the ground.
Oh, they didn't invite you. The way they don't invite me. It's okay. It's okay, I thought these girls.
Who's the they? Not. Mitali was there, right?
You were there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
Don't call me.
in the morning.
Mitali left early.
Yeah.
And then the girls came and said, Mitali, come on, drinks on you.
Not that, but it's just that as much as stress that they had, even I had, so I had to get a little bit of sleep. So I haven't slept since the semi-final. In fact, in the morning of the semi-final, I was woken up, with that jarring music, and when I woke up, my heart beating fast, and I realized, okay, I'm not playing, relax. I'm not playing in semi-final.
Julian Goswami was commentating as well, and how the box at TY Partner was, there was a small partition. Julian Goswami and Mitali was also commentating, and I think at that time there was Rima Malhotra, and the English commentary was happening right next to it. one appeal happened out there on the field. Jhulan Goswami appealed so loudly in the com box, the ICC producers came, please calm down. This is a live broadcast. Someone tell Jhulan she's not playing. But they were all playing in their heads. And the reason I just brought this up was, Baji, because 83 paved the way for Indian cricket to rule the roost globally. Where we are today, so much was to do with that one iconic moment. Talking about belief for leaders. Whether it's Chika, Krishnamacharya, Srikanth, whether it's Jimmy Park, everyone says, Kapil said we can win this World Cup. We did not have that belief. Where did you get that belief from? That no, with this team where people are planning a holiday right after the league stages, where did you get the belief that I will win the World Cup with this team?
Punjabis are basically little mad. No, they go crazy. How many Punjabis sitting here? The three Punjabis, I hope. So they set a target in their mind. I don't think so. It was my belief. I think it changed the place when the team started believing. You can't say captain always mad, chairman of the company is mad, CEO of the company is mad. He gives such a target, but target only complete if the entire team starts playing. I think halfway through the tournament, the team staff believe in, yes, we can win it. And I don't know why they make me captain, he's such a young boy when they have senior people, but selectors are selectors. They can be mad also, I was mad. So I think once middle of the tour they said, we can win it, and then change the concept. After that I don't think so, I was a captain. The team became a captain, I was a member.
There are always times, and let me just ask this up front to both of you. We have seen the best player in the team sometimes is not the best captaincy choice. What is the most important facet for a captain? Is it man management, tactics, and then performance? Or would it be the other way around?
I think you have to give comfort to the people who are not playing well. You don't have to spend it. Somebody made 100, I don't want to have drinks and dinner with him. There are a lot of people there. As a captain, I would like to have a drink with people, or I like to have a dinner with people who are not performing. You need to give them the confidence. And that's what it happens. So I think it's very important. As a captain, your role is not only your performance, is put the team together. And like today, that word called coach. Coach is a very common word today. Gautam Gambhir can't be a coach. He can be a manage the team. When you say coach is where I learned in the school and college. Those were the people my coach. There, they can manage me. How can you be a coach when they give a name to let's say anybody a leg spinner? How can Gautam can be a coach to a leg spinner or to the wicket keeper?
Madam.
I think it's you have to manage. That's more important. As a manager, you give them encouragement to say, you can do it. Because when you become a manager, the young boys look up to you. How can my manager or captain can give me that comfort? And that's what the manager and captain's job is to give comfort to the team. Always say you can do better, you can do better. That's the way I look at it.
Beautiful, Raji. Mitali, to read the room and manage, that is the crux that I get from there. How has it been for you? Because, and I've also put in one more thing. There will be times that there are egos that clash. There could be hierarchy. There could be...
I will change here. If you have an ego in the team bigger than the team's ego, then you don't deserve to be in the team. No player can have a bigger ego than the team. And no captain should have a bigger ego than the country. If you have that concept, everything is over.
But in case there is someone, they may not show it. How will you deal with that?
No, that's individual. That's where the manager and captain job is to give them a comfort. But if I say I have a senior, to me, my country is more important than my senior player, to take him along, and that's what it's required. It's not you are showing the ego, your country loses. There is no ego. Then you're being stupid.
Two more students coming. But that tell us, I mean, you've had to do it, a leadership role for a very long time, go through transitions, have a lot of senior players as well. What was your experience of bringing the best leadership qualities out of yourself, and how did you learn maybe as you went along?
Because I got captaincy very young. I probably led for about 4 generations. So I had to identify, one is every generation is different because you evolve, times change. So the group of players who were coming, they did, first it was the seniors. I was probably the second youngest in the side. I've played under captains who were playing under me. So, initially there was this apprehension, will they listen to me? I'm a young player. I don't have experience, but they do. How do I connect to them? So a teammate of mine reached out to me when I told her about this. She said, you reach them halfway. You make them, feel that they are still very important in the context of the team. Because in our country, when you're from a particular sport, or say from a level, you drop down, it is always seen as, you're not successful, or you don't have much to offer. But if you probably make them feel that, the experience is so valuable in the side, which I don't have, that's what they bring to the table. That helped me break in that World Cup in 2005 when I was struggling with injury. I had the former captain helping me on the field. My challenges started post that because all of those players left. Then I had players of my age, the best time I had, because they didn't really see me as the star at the side. They've seen me as a teammate, they've seen me as a friend. So there was that comfort level where I could crack jokes, but at the same time on the field, they were able to relate to me as, she's a captain, she calls the shots. Then came the juniors, who probably heard my name in the domestics, and when they come into the dressing room, they have that reverence towards me as a player. I had to find that common factor where I'm able to get all of them together on the same page. And then there were juniors who were not born when I made my debut. And I struggled with that generation a lot more because we were in a very different phase. I had to really come to that level to understand them. It took me a while because all the experience over the years, I have to keep that aside to find what works for this generation. And that's the process I've used in every phase after every 4 years, because after every 4 years there's a new set of players coming. So, but then it taught me a lot because what you believed was leadership when I was 22. It completely changed. I got the captaincy first. Over the period of time, I understood that things have changed. First, it was more commanding. When you talk about captains, they were entitled, privileged people. But then over a period of time, when you get sad and when you come back, you spend those 3 years when I was just a player, when I was signed from captaincy. I spent a lot of time with my teammates, understanding what sort of a captain that they would like to play under. What are the qualities that you would want to play for a leader. So then, at one point I feel like God is kind to me, and if at all I get to lead India again, I would do these changes in me as a person and as a leader. I got the captaincy back, and then I have used all those changes, and since then I was able to be more open to suggestions, open to people's opinions, because everybody view the game with different lens. Everybody have different perspective, so one has to be open about it. But there are a lot of things that a captain needs to do. So I have become more comfortable with being by my solitude, they say, because when you are leading, you have to look after everybody, and in all of that, you still have to find time for your own self too. So yes, a lot of work had gone in, but it has changed me even as a person. Because when you start thinking about other people, you start to put yourself in their shoes. There is a compassion factor comes in. You're not quick to judge your own teammates,
and you identify based on situation where the captain needs to be. It's not necessarily you are always leading in front. You sometimes find yourself on the sides where a player, like Sir said, if a couple of them are sitting up, you need to understand their emotions. You reach out to them. The time when the team is doing well, you find yourself behind, just having their back. But when the team's backs to the wall, you are there right in front, taking the team along. So there is no right way of leading. It's everybody find their own things, what you bring to the table and what leadership means to you. And I think the thumb rule is always try and get the organization or the team always striving for excellence.
Beautifully put, Nali. I'm actually still there when you said, I tried to find out.